This is probably one of my favorite parts of this job because, well, a lot of people get into real estate because the schedule's flexible and all that. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. We just finished negotiating a multiple offer deal and got our client a lot more than they thought they would get for this house. Today's a great day to be a buyer's agent showing houses because you get to see all the dirt, you know, you get to see if foundation leaks, all that stuff. But if you're a listing agent, you're kind of like, oh man, I hope the basement's not leaking. That's going to be a bad call to make. Melanie brought in bagels. Melanie is Annie Mac Home Mortgage. Oh. So I'm going to do a call really quick to talk to the seller about what's our plan on reviewing offers. So Max is doing a behind the scenes. He's going to be with us quite a bit over the next however long, and a lot of the behind the scenes footage is going to be used for podcast. So he'll probably be just a fly on the wall. We're going to do our thing as a team, and he's not even there. We're just going to do our thing. If I get him, great. If not, we'll just jump right into the talk about what we're going to be doing between now and the end of March. Yeah, okay. I'll go over that with him later. So, as I mentioned, we got a challenge that we're going to be doing between now and the end of March. So, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about, like, I put up on the board as agents, what problem did we solve? And we came up with the main problem that we solve is we're a guide and we educate people, right? Yeah, we stick a key in the door, we open the house, walk them through it, but we're also a guide. So probably in the next couple of weeks too, we're going to do more, instead of doing an action day where we're in the office writing birthday cards, happy house anniversary stuff, we're actually going to go out to a house, and I'm going to have a home inspector there with us, and we're going to look at everything from knob and tube wiring. We're going to look at gutters. We're going to look at we're going to pretty much look at everything that we can and talk about how to explain these things to buyers. You know, you see a two-prong outlet and all that. So we're going to do that later. But as far as today, the challenge is going to be this, and you're going to help me create the challenge. Okay. So it's obvious that our way of marketing as a team is to go relationship-based. We're not out there asking anybody and everybody they know, like, who do you know needs to buy or sell a house today? Or not like shaking them down looking for leads. We're making an impact, right? So we're connecting with people on a deeper level. So the challenge between now and the end of March is we're going to do a gratitude challenge. We are basically pouring out of our cup into everybody else so that they feel how grateful we are for them. And I'm talking right down to, I think I mentioned to you two last week that, like, the builder, what would you call him? The foreman, what do you call the guy on the site? The construction manager, I guess, that does the final walkthrough with the buyers. There's a foreman, and it's probably the same guy, but it's a construction manager. They update the buyers as they go along through the buyer process and through the building process. Hey, we got your trusses in, we got your shingles in, all your floorings in, that sort of thing. He did a really good job with our client who closed last week on just explaining to them, hey, when you buy the house for the next 6 months, this thing's going to be kind of settling in. Here's what to look for. He did a really good job of educating in the same way we do. So he's one of the people that I'm going to write a handwritten note to and send it to him, and just share gratitude towards him. You never know who the guy knows. You never know who, I'm pretty sure that a lot of real estate agents don't go the extra mile just to say thanks to those people. So that would be an example, right? Anybody who we've received a referral from, even right down to the co-op agents. I know for a while we were sending handwritten notes to co-op agents. If we represent the buyer, we're writing the listing agent thank you card. Hey, thanks for a great transaction. Really enjoyed working with you. And why would we do that? Like, why? I mean, the listing agent just did their job. Why would we send them a thank you note?
Bring multiple offers and they already had a good transaction with us, and maybe they'd be likely to choose us again.
Absolutely, yeah. We're playing chess, not checkers here, right? We're not transactional, we're relationship based. So if let's say that we're in multiples, we're pulling an FHA buyer, and we just had a really good transaction with them. When they have 10 offers to choose from, and you guys will see it when we go through the multiple offer spreadsheet, I go down and say, okay, on the multiple offer spreadsheet, it has who's the agent, what's the buyer's name, and then it has all the other details from price, closing costs, closing date, all that stuff, right? Home inspection. Well, when I put the agent's name on there, sometimes I'll highlight that agent's name in green because I know that they educate their clients really well. They're smooth with the transaction. So when we send a gratitude note to the agent, they do a deal with you. Next time you bring a buyer to them and write an offer for them, they're like, oh man, like Jim went above and beyond. He's the only agent who sent me a thank you card after this thing, right? With that said, we're going to assign certain point values to different ways and methods of reaching out to people, right? So let's talk really quick about the different ways that you could show gratitude to somebody. Start firing them off really quick. Phone call. I think that deserves more points than anything because the tonality, the inflection in your voice when you actually say it, and there's kind of like that emotional, when you call somebody and say, hey, I just want to let you know I'm really thankful that you were on the other end of that transaction, or hey, I want to say thanks that, or you call somebody who's a referral source and you say, really appreciate you hooking me up with Jim. He was, great to work with, and it means a lot to me and my family that you would think of us. Right? So phone call. So let's put a point value to that. So you got phone call. Okay, so text. Okay, so if you pop by or face to face. Social media. And then I mentioned handwritten note, right? What else? Okay, yeah, you can go email. I would say the note is one thing because it's direct mail, but maybe a gratitude gift or like, some sort of, put those up here. Okay. Kind of getting short on the list here. So I'd say if you get creative outside of that, we can go situational and point values. So let's assign each one of these a points for our challenge. Okay. So which ones of these do you think deserve the least amount of points? Email. Okay. So let's give email 1 point. Text would be one or 2 points for text.
2 points.
2? Okay. It's a little bit more personal.
Yeah. Social media, I guess it just depends. Are you commenting? Are you sending them a direct message? Are you...
Well, like, for instance, if we use a vendor, like tagging them and thanking them for
Oh, yeah.
what they did. And that's a little bit bigger.
Okay, so it's actually a post. It's not a direct reach out, but it's more like, hey, thanks to this home inspector for doing an awesome job. They actually caught a couple of things that nobody planned to see.
Yeah.
Probably saved the buyer a lot of headache, right? Yeah. So I would give that
3.
Okay. Yeah, let's go 3 there. A note card, let's give that 4. Nah, let's give that 3. And then face-to-face, phone, and gift. So phone, let's give that 4 points. Face-to-face, 5. And what about gift?
Let's say 5.
5 for a gift? I
guess it depends if you're talking to them or you're just simply just dropping it off.
Okay. So face-to-face, giving a gift, you're going to get 5 points. If you're sending a gift or dropping it off and you don't get that face-to-face, let's call it a 4.
Okay.
Right? And when I say gift, I mean, it doesn't have to be this monumental, you don't have to give them like a big screen TV or anything like that, but basically, a little gift card. Or the way I've always thought about gifting to people is I'm not going to give them something that I care about. Hey, here's a Aaron Smith team mug or something like that, because that's taking, right? So if I'm giving somebody a gift, what things might I focus on?
Something they like, their animal.
Dogs, kids.
Starbucks card.
Yeah, if they're into coffee, if they're into bourbon, maybe, or wine, something like that. Recreation, if they like to golf or skate or whatever they like to do, you might get them a little something there, right? So this will be our contest right here. So March 31st. And let's talk about how we're gonna, a contest comes with a prize, right? It comes with, a trophy of some kind. So on March 31st, I will have a gift card for $500 to whoever wins this thing. So every week on Tuesday, on Action Day, what have you done for the last 7 days as far as gratitude? Whoever scored the most points that particular week will get a $25 gift card anywhere you want to. That's how strongly I feel about showing gratitude, because, you know, so many people in our industry are like, they have that take mentality where it's, you know, send me your referrals, or who do you know that needs to buy, sell, or invest in real estate kind of thing. And I feel like when I go to my mailbox and there's a bill in there for the water company, there's a bunch of advertisements in there for window blinds and, you know, Kroger coupons and stuff. When I see somebody's actually taking the time to write my name on the front of the card, and when I open it up, it's like, hey, I just want to say thanks because you're freaking awesome. You've really made an impact on my family over the years by sending your friends and family. I just wanted to say thank you. My day is made. You know, that's pretty cool. So. Yes.
Target.
Yep. This is probably one of my favorite parts of this job, because, well, a lot of people get into real estate because the schedule's flexible and all that. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. We just finished negotiating a multiple offer deal and got our client a lot more than they thought they would get for this house. And now the fun part begins, where we've got clients that, you know, they're sharing on social media that they're having a baby soon and they got big things happening in their life. So one of my favorite parts about this job is I get to go find something that's special to them. You know, one of the things that we like to do, because I'm in this stage of my life as well, is that when somebody has, you know, a new kid, having a baby on the way, we like to go and get stuff for them just to kind of show them that we care more about their life than just the day that they close on their house. We get a lot of referrals from our clients, and it's mostly because we do a good job of educating them and representing them in the sale. But this is the fun part, because we get to interact with our clients about once every 5 to 10 years, depending on when they move. And, you know, we have a really good time in that 90-day to 120-day window when we're shopping for houses. You know, our clients, we have a lot of fun. We have inside jokes. A lot of times we communicate with our clients, you know, once a month or every other month, see something in their neighborhood and we'll check in on them. But it's really cool to be able to stay part of somebody's life. I've got clients that have been repeat customers for like 12 years. They've referred their kids, they've referred their brothers and sisters. And it's just really cool to go back and, you know, you have a client who, for their birthday, you go pick up a case of Milwaukee's Best, and it's like an inside joke that you have. Or you looked at one house and it had like something weird and wonky going on with it. So every year on their home purchase anniversary, you get them like an inside joke thing. And we find that it's just natural, you know, the relationship just kind of continues. And then whenever they need to move or whenever they communicate with you about real estate, it just flows right in, like we've never disconnected at all. It's not like that with every client. That's what makes the impact, because I think if you can give to your clients without any expectation of receiving any. We've had clients where we've sent baby blankets to them and they bought a house the next month with another realtor. That's okay. You know, I like cheeseburgers and tacos, but I don't go to the same place every single time. Sometimes I got to try something different. And what we've found more often than not, because we do a really good job of educating our clients, is that it's okay when somebody goes with another realtor because they're trying to protect that relationship too. But we find that they come back because we don't pull any punches when it comes to educating our clients. So.
Let's get these baby.
Yeah, so we're here at Target. We're about to buy some thank you cards and some basically just correspondence cards just to say thanks to the co-op agents that we're working with, thank our clients for referrals and wish them happy birthday, happy house anniversary. And we've got 2 or 3 clients coming up that have babies due. So we're gonna get some baby blankets and basically show you how we go about the purchase process. So. So when we meet a new family and we are trying to get to know them a little bit better, a lot of times families have kids that come along for the showings. So what we'll do is we try to get the kids involved too. So we have books like Berenstain Bears moving day book, and here we are at the Target dollar spot, and we're gonna pick up some toys so that when the kids come along for showings, that they have something to keep them busy and keep them entertained, and it also makes them excited for the process. They feel like it's a reward for going and being a part of the home buying process. So we're gonna load up on some toys here, and then we will head on to the stationery department.